Hi, I'm Kathy Schlaefli, and today we're going to talk about planting seeds. I love seeds. I grew these bean seeds and these sunflower seeds, and then of course there's all those seeds in the racks at the stores that you can't resist buying. Seeds need to be planted into a good sterile seedling mix. So here's one that I've had success with from the store, and there's another one. But sometimes with large seeds like beans or pumpkins or squash, you can get away with planting them into a raised bed potting mix that is not sterile, and you'll do okay. There's lots of different containers to plant into. We've got your little 6-packs. We've got multi, like this holds 84. That's 84 cells. And then you've got 3.5-inch pots. It's great to have trays to put all that in, and then a solid tray to be able to water with. So I'm going to start out by showing you about how to fill a 6-pack. A lot of people have the tendency to underfill their pots, and over time, as the seedlings grow, these pots, the 6-pack and your pots, the soil will compress. So I like to fill it up good and full, give it a good tap, and level it off. You can push it down a little bit. You don't want it to be super solid. The seed has to be able to grow down through it. So this morning we're going to plant some lettuce seed and kale and beans. And I like to use a pencil for almost everything I do out in my seed starting. But I wet a pencil and I use a metal pie plate because metal will not cause static electricity. The seeds will come off of it. You just pick up a seed and you put it down in your mix, and then you just barely put it under. Lettuce is one seed that needs to have light to germinate, and so it does not want to be put way down deep. It needs to just be right under the surface where it's getting good contact with the soil. I like to put a couple of lettuce seeds per cell so that I know that I'm getting good germination. Once I've filled that cell, I will put a plant tag on it, and that tells what the plant is and the date that I have planted it. And then I'll take it and I'll put it in the tray of water and leave it for about 15 minutes to soak up the water, and sometimes I'll spray the top. With the kale seeds, I'm going to show you a different little method of how to, if I can find it, there it is, how to get the seeds into the mix. And you take a 3x5 card and you crease it, and then very carefully pour your seeds into the card. Then you take that pencil and you roll, get the right angle here, you roll your seed out into the cell. It's a really quick way, once you get the hang of it, of getting those seeds into the tray. Then you go back through with your pencil, if you can see the seeds, and you just poke them down in a little bit. And then again, you're going to have a plant tag that's filled out with the name of the plant and the date that you planted it. It's really important with these brassica crops. Kale and broccoli and cauliflower all look the same as seedlings, and so you want to make sure you label it, and then you put that in the water. Now we're going to plant beans, and these are purple beans. I love purple beans. Because they're a bigger seed, they can go into a larger pot, and they also can, I'm going to use the raised bed potting mix instead of the expensive seed starting mix, and because the bigger seed is less resistant, or more resistant to damping off. And bean seeds, I put them down, I don't know, maybe an inch. I always go to about my knuckle. So I just put one in each cell. Because these aren't cells, these are pots, big cells. And just poke them in. Then I go back through and just kind of push the soil over the top of them. Then I'll take my tray and set it down into the water. And there again, I'll let it sit for about 15 minutes. I'll label my pots, and it's a really good idea to put a label in each pot unless you're going to do the whole tray in the same thing. For this demonstration, I'll just do one. Put the date and stick that in there. Another fun thing to do with record keeping is I like to fill out a 3x5 card with the and attach the package, the seed package, to the 3x5 card, and you put the what type of plant it is, the variety, how many cells were sown, and the date they were sown. You can put the date that it was up potted. You could put your fertilizer dates, the name of the seed company, any information that you want to have, and it's a great way to keep some good records. And then you can keep that in a little box and go back through later on and see how your things did. Seeds also need to have heat to germinate, so it's has given me a lot of success to have heat mats, and there's lots of sizes. There's this size that can fit just the 11/7 trays, or there's this where you can fit 2 trays on it, and then the next size up you can actually fit 4 trays. So we learned that seeds need heat and they need water to germinate, and some seeds need light. And so I have this little setup in here on a rack where we have lights set up and heat mats that can go on shelves. So I'll just pop this guy in here onto a heat mat and it'll have light. My lights are set up so that they can move up and down. I'll take this off so you can see a little bit better. And so as the seedlings come up, I can move those lights up. So that's pretty much what I do to start seeds. I hope this has helped you tremendously.